So we've got breaking news regarding Tesla.
Oh, what's going on?
Well, it's bad news for Elon. As it turns out, Waymo is partnering with Uber yet again. Yeah. I think they're in multiple cities, maybe 5 now. And basically they're expanding, going now to Atlanta.
Oh.
So this is already Waymo has way more miles, way more rides, way more customers. They're dominating that kind of market, right? The self-driving taxi thing. And Elon, he's trying to get in there.
But it's never worked out yet, right?
Well, so they just had their launch, and it's kind of funny. Their strategy was, and Tesla's done this before, they invite their Tesla influencers first.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's kind of nonsense, you know?
It's not nonsense. They do that. The brand does that.
Yeah, that's part of...
Yeah, they expect like positive review, you know, when they launch.
So Tesla sort of, they pretend they don't, they always say, oh, we don't do advertising. Like they try to pretend so, but they do through social media basically, right? So these influencer people have been releasing various videos, and it's kind of funny because people have been posting on social media like, guys, Robotaxi is totally not ready. So let me give you some examples. So one was, I posted last video, you guys want to watch, but I'll tell you, because we talked about it. One was like they dropped off people in the middle
of the road.
Yeah, right? Well, not just road, but intersection.
Oh,
where the
cross,
yeah. And then they got out, and the car's just like sitting there.
And it's
like,
not just dangerous, you know, just customers, other cars.
Yeah. It's dangerous all the way around. So that's like a big no-no. There was another one where the car was driving, and it drove some like police cars, and then just stops in the middle of the road.
Oh.
It just stops and just sit there, and it's just like.
They called like customer center?
Yeah, so there was one car that had a similar thing to where you push a button and say like, because you know how you tell a taxi just drop me off here?
Yeah.
So you push that button, the car just kind of stops, and then it just gives you like an error message. So what I'm saying is like in that stop car, I don't know what the issue was, but they'll just give you an error message and it'll just be like.
If it's error, could you at least get out of the car?
That. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll say in some of the stuff that I did see, it was like error, get out. But who knows? I mean, honestly, who knows with that stuff? And if you guys seen a one where someone's trapped in the car, that would actually be a nightmare. In the middle of the freeway, you just stopped and like.
Yeah, the big car is coming.
Yeah. That's a real scenario. There was another one where they were going through a street light, and it was supposed to be like a left turn. So when you get in the left turn lane, you're supposed to turn left.
But turn right?
Well, it went straight. So yeah, turn right would have been bad too. But it went straight and then coming into the wrong side of traffic.
Oh.
You understand? Like, you know, you're not like station.
Yeah. That's really bad.
And then there was another one where the car was supposed to pick up someone, and the Tesla just kept making a circle around them. Because so normally if a taxi driver can't find you, they just say, hey, where are you?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. And then they come get you. So like all of these things put together shows you why Tesla's model, well, just in general, there's a major problem with the whole, no driver taxi stuff. Sometimes you need a driver.
Sometimes you need handle, brake.
Yeah, right. Because Tesla's ultimate design is they want to do a 2-seater, 2-door, no steering wheel, no pedals.
But their testing model is they have a handle at least, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like regular. It's kind of like the regular car, maybe slightly modified. But there is a caveat. So there's another video because I keep catching up on these. I haven't shown it to you guys. I'll just tell you what it is. So basically, the Tesla pulls up to near the side of the road, and there's a big like brown UPS truck backing up, and the car is like still. It's basically, it looks like it's going to hit the, and so there's a safety button underneath the screen that you just push, and I guess it just turns off the car. So there's like because the other people notice that as well, that employees have been pushing this basically safety, because okay, so one, it's also not completely like robot because there's a Tesla employee in the front seat, and then they're there just to push the button basically. They're like eject button, basically. So it's not ready. Now here's the thing: it's never going to be ready.
It sounds like it shouldn't be rolled at all.
No. Yeah. Absolutely not. But Elon basically bought off all the government in Austin. They got this little what's that?
Even if they bought off, but Waymo and Uber gonna be in Austin first.
No, they're I think they're already there. They're expanding to Atlanta, and then it was actually a true story. It was actually really funny. One of the Tesla influencers was commenting on all the Waymos driving by, and someone else was like, like in the comments underneath that was like, dude, Austin's got tons of Waymos, like way more. Like someone was saying, which is probably true, because I wouldn't doubt it, that maybe Waymo put out a bunch of cars the same time Tesla did to like kind of like piss off Tesla, you know?
Not piss off. That's their promotion.
Yeah. It's
That's their
actually
marketing. They're smart.
no, it's actually pretty funny, right? You know, and you know, it's something I wondered, but this would be more conspiratorial sort of stuff. That's like, if Trump really hates Elon, Trump starts a war so we don't talk about Robotaxi. But I don't think it's that. I think Trump more starts a war so we don't talk about his crypto and other you know failings. But you know, this is where we are right now, and you guys have a lot of comments about the launch as well. I'll read through some of these. So this is from a Snake. Snake says, "We all know how this will end. There will be millions of people sitting in cubicles in India, remotely driving these robotaxis just like they are drones."
They're just very Google into the game, basically.
Yeah. So other people have made that joke before, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if that's what people did. There was another comment by, this is more of like hater of our channel, because you get these every and the person, this is what they said. Now see if we can spot the flaw in the logic. Okay. The person, because the problem with Tesla is they only use cameras. Waymo has sensors. Okay. The person says, "But Chris, you're so dumb. Humans can make it around the world with just their eyes. Don't you know? They can drive with just their eyes."
Yeah. What's the problem? A driver.
No, but what's the problem with that logic? You don't get it?
I don't know.
What else do we need? It's not hard.
Oh, sound.
Yeah, sound, or just our mind or perception, like because the concept of what we're getting at is the main problem with Tesla is like if you don't have sensors, the cameras in there saying our AI is awesome, but this case in point, what if you're driving in sunlight, the camera can't see? What if the camera is dirty, it can't see? What if there's fog, the camera can't see? Like sensors matter, and then Elon always makes the case, but guys, we only really need a couple cameras because humans have two eyes. But it's
human. It's two eyes, ears, nose.
Well, it's a human. Yeah,
it's human.
But do you understand like why it's kind of a bad logic to be like, well,
the camera is not same as have same sensor as you.
It's right, but that's what I said. That's people actually write that stuff in comments, and I'm just like, you don't realize how dumb you sound, but you know, and from their point of view, we sound dumb because like Elon's so rich, you know. Okay, here's another one. This is from Wayne. Wayne says the videos are pure cringe. I was talking about the Tesla influencers. Only influencers who make a living pimping Tesla are invited to take a ride. They are trying so hard to avoid saying anything negative about this train wreck of a launch. And this one is another one from Mike. Mike says Elon is the master of 1 year away from being 1 year away. That's actually true.
1 year, so kind.
Right. He's 1 year away from being 1 year away. No, but actually, they're honestly they are good at sort of like, hey guys, we're just building. This is the beginning. Wait till next year. Wait till next year, right? There's always some reason to wait. So I guess probably right now the reason is like, hey, we only have 10 of these cars on the road. Wait till we get more. That doesn't actually really solve the fundamental problem. Like if the first car is broken, getting more doesn't fix your problem, right? And then the other big problem is like, I've mentioned this before on the channel, what if just the regulators, meaning the government in various cities, just don't want it? They just don't want it. Then you're not going to put your car there. They just don't want like.
It's not just don't want it. They they have our system is already like Waymo, Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Then why not? They can give the license, but
okay. So here's the why not. Here's the biggest why not. People who drive cars now don't want to be replaced by robots.
Yeah, but
that's the big why not.
They're gonna complain that it's gonna be the monopoly of the Waymo. If the Waymo is gonna be only brand.
No. Okay. So Yeji's correct to where, right, we do, if you're going to allow one car, then a city should allow other cars if they're ready. I completely agree. So Zoox is one. I think that's the Amazon one. I think it's part of Amazon. There's one called Zoox. And then Waymo's the Google one. Volkswagen said they're going to do it. And then you got a bunch of Chinese brands that are all doing it also. The problem with the whole model of, say, Uber, Lyft, or any of these sort of things is, honestly, like as a consumer, a customer, we just choose whatever's cheapest. No, but we all use whatever's cheaper. Okay, you make the case we don't need so much. No, I'm just saying.
The same as
we just go whatever's cheaper.
We have the birds.
Oh yeah, the bird scooter thing.
After the birds came out, like there's lime in Korea, they cacao, and there's
Yeah, there's multiple brands of scooters now. Yeah. And so
they're starting using cheap, cheap material from China, so it breaks.
and you got this junk everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay. So to be fair to Elon, his model, and everyone was kind of making a joke about this, was that Elon's the richest dude, but like how he gets rich is by basically cutting the cost of everything. But in certain things, like in terms of safety, cutting costs is not great.
Do that.
Yeah, so there's that. Here's another. This is from the Mister. The Mister says it is insane that releasing that onto the road is legal. Another person writes, Mufasa says the Robotaxi is high on ketamine. Ketamine is the drug that Elon takes to not be depressed, basically. No, seriously. I'm not making it up. Here's another one. This is from Charles. Charles says, I'm not the biggest reader, but what I've picked up from Smith, Keynes, or Ford is that capitalism needs consumers with jobs and disposable income. So that goes back to the point is if we replace everyone with robots and AI, how does our economy function if no one has any job or money? And that's the question because honestly, when we had this conversation way back in 2016, I told you about this. I went to, it was Oak Tree Capital, Howard Marks, and basically it was a private event. And he said that if we ever replace drivers, which is like the most common job in the world, driving a truck or driving a plane, just I know it's pilot, but driving a train or driving in a vehicle, whatever. There's a lot of people who drive delivery vehicles, whatever. That will create so much social problems because all these people way out of a job that you'll just have like major unrest, make people just be unhappy. So this idea that this Robotaxi thing would ever be like massively everywhere, theoretically is possible technologically, but socially this may not be a good decision. I think there are some situations where
they
could
can
theoretically use
limit,
it,
the city.
Yeah. It's like theoretically in some situations maybe there's an advantage. I think the other one would be, and this is where it gets really tricky. If every single car on the road was in the future someday where all robot driving and all the robots could talk to each other, theoretically it would work. But then you open yourself up to one big major problem. You know what that problem would be?
What's the problem?
Just think Terminator thing. Like basically hacking. Right? Do you understand? So in my opinion, like if all the robots talk to each other and they networked and they all work together, whatever, it would work. Right now we're mixing humans and robots. And so I don't think you want to be in a world where we're all robots. So do you understand that major fundamental problem? And it's the same with the Teslas now. People are saying like someone's going to hack these things and then use them to do whatever, right? I don't think that's out of the question. So that's sort of where we are right now with the Tesla Robotaxi. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. So, bye.